Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ah do 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 do. Hey there, Ursa here. So, I've got a bunch of things I need to talk about. Been making some steady progress. Been working on it a little bit. And I've got a bunch of things I want to go over, so I've got a list here I actually had to make up. So, first thing I need to talk about is I've been getting my enchanting table upgraded with a bunch of books. So, it's not all the way yet. It's not finished, but it's getting there. I got myself a Silk Touch Efficiency 2 pick, even though I wasn't running with the level 30 enchant on it. I had 40 levels and I had to just earn something. So I said, what the heck, and I gave it a whirl. Let's see now. My animal farms are going along pretty well. I have been getting my animals running and harvesting them, and let's see now. My monster shards here have not been going really getting increased all that much, but I have been working on some animals, so I've got halfway to a tier 1 cow spawner. I've got a tier 1 sheep spawner now, so if I wanted to I could just switch that over to the spawner, but I'm going to wait until I have a tier 5 for both of these. Chicken spawner is all the way up at tier 4. That egg farm just produces so many eggs, and with that I can just make so many chickens and wait 20 minutes and go back in and slaughter them. It's actually really nice. So the chicken spawner is moving along. It's almost done, I want to say. Probably by the next time I check in, I'll have that either done or almost there. That said, got a little bit of a problem with my egg farm, and I need to sort that. But I'll get to that after I talk about my turtle. Then I'll go sort my problem that I have with the egg farm. So here's my turtle. In my turtle, I have some programs which I've been writing. Particularly, I've been writing some lumberjack programs. You may have seen me use the turtle to do some lumberjack program stuff. But the one that I've been working on the most is trying to automate the tree farming for just planting and harvesting fir trees so I can get lots of fir logs. And the one that I've got right now is FALJ, which is Full Auto Lumberjack. And this is my program right now. It mentions what the heck it is. It plants bone meals and chops 6 trees. So it's just pretty simple. It tells you where to place the saplings, which are in slot 15, and the bone meal goes in slot 16. This is slot 15. This is slot 16. Then it says press enter to continue. Chops a bunch of trees. Cycles around 6 times, chops 6 trees, stops. So that's good for about 2 stacks plus a little bit of logs. So that's been giving me all the charcoal I could possibly eat and use. So that's been very nice. That's been keeping me in charcoal for my furnaces and that sort of thing. So now that I've mentioned the lumberjack, and I mentioned what I've been doing with my chicken farm issues, I need to make some more pipes and different pipes. These are the Buildcraft Diamond Transport pipes. I need these for a very particular reason. So I'm going to go wander over by my farms here. And let's see now. I guess it's not moving the eggs right now, but eggs are coming up here, getting to this iron pipe, and the iron pipe is actually bouncing them back because, well, the barrel's full, and it's not sending them onward to the void pipe to delete them. So it turns out what I really need here is not the iron pipe, which is a directional pipe, send everything in one direction, but a diamond pipe, which is a filter. So this is actually what I need here. Ah, there we go, now we got some eggs. So what I need to do with this, grab some eggs, I need to filter the eggs to black, so the eggs want to go down here because the black side tries to put them in. And I need to prevent eggs from going back the green way. So I need to block the green way with something, and I'll just use a crescent hammer here for that. So what happens now is that it tries to send them down to the black, and if it can't send them to the black now, it'll send them onwards into the void pipe. Because otherwise what happens is you get eggs that are just bouncing in the pool of water here, and eventually Minecraft deletes them, which I'm very glad for. It actually has not been lagging the server. But that's something where I don't want it to lag the server, so I'm just going to prevent that problem from happening, and this I know works. I just didn't want to spend the diamonds earlier. So we can watch this thing go. Yay, egg. Yay, egg. Barrel's full. And it'll just pass it on to the void pipe and delete it. On it goes, and it disappears. Never comes back. So that's settled. Oh, there's a lag. Now I can get away from that. Ooh. That's the problem, is I got so many chickens up in that thing, but I still get a bunch of audio lag because of that. So the only thing I have to worry about now is if somebody accidentally drops their tools in there, that the tools that will be dropped in there, I'll glitch it out. The tools or items that people drop in there by accident won't be properly sorted, and that would mean that the items would actually be deleted. You can actually destroy your stuff there, so that's actually a little bit dangerous. I'll fix that later. I'll use another diamond pipe. So now that we've covered all of that, I have a project. And you see I got a bunch of project tables out. So I need to talk about that a little bit, I guess. So we'll start with this guy here. Because I got the silk touch pick, I've been getting the ores themselves now for some things, like actual uranium ore and not the uranium stuff itself. Excuse me. So this has been nice, and I can break this stuff down as I need it. But what I'm going to need for the project I'm going to do is I'm going to need a bunch of these tanks. So I'm just going to take all the tanks that I can get my hands on. And now that I have my tanks, I need something to fill that automatically, which means I need a pump. And the pump is going to need a mining well, so here's a mining well. Mining well is made with iron gears, and I'll cover how to make those in just a second. And iron pickaxe, redstone, some iron. This is a buildcraft device which just digs straight down. Now that we have that, we can upgrade this to a pump by putting a tank over the top of it. So there's a pump. I had that set up ahead of time. I did a lot of setup ahead of time for all this. Now we have a pump, so now we can pump stuff into our tank. Now that we have that, we're going to need some engines in order to power this pump, so I'm going to use redstone engines. These are wooden gears, and I'm going to cover how to make those in just 1 second. The wooden gears, 1 piston, glass, fur. You get these redstone engines. So I'm going to need these, and These are powered by redstone energy, so all I need is levers, and those will power up. So that all goes together, so I can grab liquid out of a place and pump it into these tanks and store it. So anyway, how do you make those gears? I need those gears also for something else, something very particular. 4 sticks makes 1 wooden gear. I need the wooden gear because I'm going to upgrade this. Wooden gear goes in, and you get, when you're surrounded by stone, you get a stone gear. You surround a stone gear with iron, and you get an iron gear, which is the iron gear I used up in there. An iron gear, you can upgrade that by surrounding it with gold to get a gold gear. And then finally, you can put a gold gear in the middle and surround it with diamonds. You get a diamond gear. Now, I need a diamond gear actually for something. I need a diamond gear, and I need 3 of these tanks to make this guy. This guy is a refinery. Now, if you know a little bit about Buildcraft, you already know what the heck all of this is for. I'm going to actually go harvest some oil, and I'm going to collect it and use it for fuel in order to power my machinery. But the oil that I collect, I need to refine it, which is what the refinery is for. So let me put up some stuff. My pipes are up in here. Okay. Okay. So, that's all of that. But now that I have all of that equipment, I still need a way to pipe the liquid around. So, to pipe the liquid around, I'm going to need some liquid ducts. And these are made in the induction smelter. They're made in the induction smelter with obsidian dust. So I pulverized some obsidian, got the dust. Slapped that in here in the induction smelter. They changed the recipe so it's a different type of obsidian dust, but it's still obsidian dust, so you can't really argue with it. And we get some hardened glass. So there's my hardened glass. And hardened glass plus a little bit of copper on either side, we get liquid ducts. So that's 16 liquid ducts. There are liquid pipes in basic Buildcraft. These liquid ducts are from thermal expansion. The basic ones in Buildcraft kind of suck compared to these, so I'm using these because these are the upgrade. So now that I have all of that stuff, I can go locate my oil and set up my oil well. 1 second while I flip things to daytime. And we can go find that oil well. And, there's the audio lag as I get out of range of the chickens again. So my oil well is out this way. And give me a sec while I get there. Alright, so here's my oil well, if I can get it to load. Just gonna have to circle around the thing a little bit. It's a decent little pocket of oil. It's not the biggest thing. I know that there's a lot more oil out that way, because I did a little bit of exploring off camera. But before I can try to dig all this out, I have to isolate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the camera off here, and I'm going to surround this thing with a cobblestone wall and just dig up from the ocean floor, or build up from the ocean floor rather, and surround this oil with a wall of cobblestone. And then after I've done that, I'll come back and we'll actually set up the oil harvesting equipment. 1 sec. And I'm back. Just a second for you, but that took a little while. I had to go run back for some more cobble. But I put a wall around this, and the reason I put a wall around this is so that the pump will not grab anything outside of this area. I still have to, I dropped my sword. I still have to go and filter all of this water from all of this oil. and so that's going to be a little bit of a pain. But filtering the water from the oil shouldn't be that bad once I have the oil itself going, at least. So I need a block so I can put down this guy. Now this guy has no interface of his own, so you can't right click on him and get anything. Instead, you really just feed him energy and let him run, let him work. So we need to get some pipes coming off of him. And I'm going to send these pipes off over here, and I'll drop my tanks over there. So 1 second. Go. Alright, and it seems I don't quite have enough of these liquid ducks. I guess I need to go make some more. But while I'm waiting on myself to go back and make some more of these liquid ducks, I got a little bit of a problem where I can't jump right there, but I'll work around it. I might as well set up my redstone engines right now. So I'm going to drop 4 redstone engines on top of this. And I'm going to drop 2 levers, because each one of these levers will power 2 of these redstone engines. And that said, I now have a pump which is ready to go. I just need to get some more pipe here and drop out my tanks. So, 1 moment. I'm going to go do that. Alright, and I'm back. So I got myself the extra pipes I needed, and I laid them out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop tanks down here to catch all of the tasty oil and the unfortunate water which is going to be there on the side as well. And now what I need to do is I need to prime a couple of these tanks so that they only carry water. This way I know water will go into these particular tanks. So these 2 tanks are going to carry water, and these 2 tanks are going to get oil. And I'm going to make sure that that actually happens by going over here and grabbing a couple of buckets of oil. Right, straight out of the water. And it's starting to get dark out here. So I'm going to have to hurry this along. Alright, so now that this is all primed, the next thing I need to do is I need to look at my pipes. And these pipes are all set up as inputs, but I don't want them to be inputs, I want them to be outputs. I guess that is output for them. I'm going to be sending fluid to them. And the pipe over here should only be an input. So that should be, yeah, there we go. So that'll, with that set that way, it'll automatically pump out of here. So I need to go switch this today so that you can actually see what the heck this thing's going to do. So 1 moment and I'll be right back. Alright, and we are back at it. So now that we've got everything finished and set up, all I have to do is flip this lever, flip that lever, and these redstone engines start feeding this pump. And this pump will start picking up the oil. When it picks up the oil, the liquid duct should pick up the oil from here and feed it. Come on, liquid ducts. I know we've got the oil in here. You can see a little bit of that pipe coming down. I'm wondering if this is enough power. It might not be enough. Might not be enough power. Or maybe, just maybe, this guy does not like the liquid ducks. That would be problematic. I think this guy doesn't like liquid ducks. That's okay, I have a way to solve this. Yep, okay. Yeah, you'll take from there. Okay. So the pump will actually pump into this inventory then. Which means I hook that up, and then I hit it with a wrench so that the liquid duct will pump out of here. Then what should happen is it's not happening. Well, that's interesting. Come on, liquid duct. You're supposed to be smarter and better and all of these things. Well, you can see the pump is actually drilling down and it's starting to pick up fluid as it goes down. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, these engines are enough. They're just a little slow. Alright. Okay. So, liquid duct. Why you no work? Maybe you have to go to the side? Ah, that's what it was. You have to go to the side, not the top. Okay. So now the liquid ducts are pulling out the oil as soon as the pump puts it in. The liquid ducts work very fast, so they draw out very quickly. And they are putting the oil over here. And you see it just go. They're very fast, so yeah, that's awesome. So now I've got oil coming. Now that I have oil coming, I'm going to want to actually grab some of this and bring it with me. I'm going to take 6 buckets of the stuff. And basically I'm just going to be able to let this guy sit here and run. And whenever I need oil, I can come back here and turn him on. I don't have the ability to leave him on running all the time right now, but I'll get there with him. And you can see the pump is pumping fluid out of that corner, that back corner back there, and it'll eventually run towards here. So that's good. I now have the oil derrick going. So I'll see you back over at my base where we will get to refining this stuff. Alright, let's set this thing up. I'm going to need the refinery itself. Now I've moved my engine here so it feeds from the side. But we're going to need the refinery itself, and I want to make sure this thing gets all the power it needs. So I'm going to put it right next to the redstone energy cell. I need to be able to feed this refinery oil and have a backlog, so I'm going to put a tank on top of it, and that'll gravity feed down into this. The next thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need to actually pipe out of the front here. So I'm going to pipe out of the front, and I'm going to drop the pipe down, and I'm going to use that to fill my tank, which is going to hold all my fuel. There's my fuel tank. It's going to hold the fuel. And we're going to set this guy as an output. And now what we need to do is we need to put our oil in the refinery. So I'm going to feed that there, and it should automatically feed in. It does not seem to want to do so. Yes, oil to fuel, that's what I want you to do. So I've set the refinery up to turn oil into fuel. So if I load this up, I guess I'm going to have to load it up manually because it's not wanting to run right yet. Well, I guess 8 buckets of fuel will be more than enough. I guess that's plenty of fuel. That'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. So we've got, well, 6 buckets that we're going to be running. I'll just stick this on top to get the extra storage. Now what I need to do is I need to turn this guy on. So we're gonna set him to 10. And the 10 Minecraft joules, you can see this guy powers up, he gets to the green status, and he pretty much is just going to lock here at the green status and just go. And when there's enough fuel in the enough fuel produced, the fuel will get shunted right out, and I'll have tasty fuel out here in my tank. So that was my project for today. And next time I see you all, I'll probably have something that I want to do with all this fuel. So, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Thanks. Bye. Okay, I guess I was a little presumptuous, because apparently these guys do not like to pump the fuel out of these refineries. So now I have to find out what I can do to get the fuel out of the refinery, which I think means I have to use the actual regular Buildcraft waterproof pipes. That's going to be a problem. I guess that one's for another episode. Alright. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.